The credentials today are hardly orthodox. For our information is that both Chris Sutton and John Hartson will play from the start, but surprisingly Sutton looks like replacing the injured Kharine in the centre of defence with Mjallby and Tebily on either side. Moravcik starts today with the formation as expected through defence to attack. And with Agathe now signing a new 5-year contract after an Amsterdam individual performance right out of the top drawer. Hearts welcome back Stephen Pressley and Flogel into defence. Boyack, Simmons, Fulton and Tomaschek can make up the midfield. Kharine will lie just behind Wells. And it's a return, of course, for Stefan Mahe, who really did give his all for the green and white, and sometimes more than that, as his Gallic temperament got the better of him. Referee today, of course, Willie Young. Well, those of us who watched the Lions in Lisbon experienced a real sense of deja vu on Wednesday, watching the slaughter of Ajax. But really not since then have I seen such a swashbuckling display from a Celtic side that really did bridge the years and reminded us of the days of the big man here, whose first task was to banish any sense of inferiority within this club and replace it with creative self-confidence. And in that vein, Celtic knew from the start they were better than Ajax and simply went out and demonstrated it. Thus, clubs like Hearts here are facing a side of enormous and justified self-confidence. Absolutely essential, of course, for a team that is now heading for the Champions League to be well supplemented by players who can come in and perform at the highest level, like Moravcik here. Every now and again they'll have to bring in the fresher pair of legs. Huge demands will be placed on the Celtic side this season. That shorter one, a little bit obvious, they're not cleared all that well. And there's the first touch for one of the best goalkeepers in the business, Niemi. Try to flick that inside to Lambert. Pass is not coming off at the moment for Celtic, just looking a little bit rusty. Better ball to Agathe, brilliantly fielded there by Tomaschek, and I think he's done in his knee. Good tackle by Mahe as Tomaschek goes down. Well, it's either a twist or he landed very badly on it. I can't tell from that expression other than that it's very painful. Well, this is a great retrieval because Agathe would have got away from him. Now Hartson, first touch in the game. With a ball! Good little 1-2 there. And notice how that Hartson didn't hesitate. His first touch to put it crisply in there. And only one intention of Larsson, put it away. No messing about. Hearts retired into their own half. That'll be a free kick. Oh, this could be interesting. Moravcik, I think, will be a volunteer to take it after that incident there. Niemi in goal, trying to rearrange his defence as well he might. Up comes Sutton. Well, it was never going to be in, but he did try to put a bit of curve in it. Try to swerve it in away from that goalkeeper's right-hand post. Just about 13 minutes gone. Whitish opening to this match. Hartson got it away well now. Petta. Oh, was a fair challenge by Petta. Lennon. Niemi. Just as well nobody came near that because Niemi had the double punch on it. I think wisely took it that way. Celtic beginning to get going in midfield. That's a bit of ball to Moravcik. Well, he had Larsson coming in the right-hand side, and Celtic are beginning to pick up the ball much more quickly in midfield, nipping it away from Hart. Once again, Hartson falling back. It wasn't the easiest of chances though, because the Hearts defence was coming out very quickly on him. Although slack play to give away possession in the first place. You can see the slip, the falling back, the ball in the stand. We'll try Agathe with it again. All the big men up there. Mjallby, Hartson, Larsson, Sutton. Awesome display in the air. Petta judging it well, and that was Sutton. Well, any of the five I mentioned could have got up and got it like that, and I think Celtic are going to be particularly lethal in that category of play all this season now. Here's Kharine. Just put a little bit too much work in the ball here. It's McCann. Oh, not a bad effort. Their second shot at goal, and it's not as if Celtic have outshot them in this game yet. But an interesting move there by Hartz again. Well, he's obviously not been dealt the right hand, but one of his key players is off after about 6 minutes. McCann did very well to get that inside. Kharine tell right away what he was intending that to do. Agathe. Well, there's offside given there. That's a very, very nervous looking Hearts defence at moments when this man is on the ball, but as it was played to him, it certainly came off the defender there, and the flag went up very early indeed. He won't be invited into the members' tea room at half-time. Flogel. Simmons, Fulton. There's Kharine. That's ambitious, and it's a great effort. Tremendous shot by Simmons. Well, for a goalkeeper that hasn't had all that much to do, this is a real test. And how alert. Look at the ball just touching the ground in front of him. Excellent save. The best save of the game. The best effort in the game thus far from Hearts. Got a touch there, and that's just over. Well, in the space of 30 seconds, that defence could have been penetrated. And the man who's made the biggest impact, Simmons. First the shot, and then that neat little glance. Lennon, now that may spur Celtic on. They needed at this moment in time. Get the ball to this man, he could do something like that. Oh, he almost got away with it. Nice intervention there, very timely one by Boyack. Moravcik, there's the header. Hartson, nobody covering him. Well, that's the best chance he's had since joining this club. I did say earlier, maybe he requires a few more games to really get into the flow of things. That might be an indication of it there. Look at it. No covering. He's fastened his eye on something. Just away by Pressley. They really are feeding this man now. He's in the mood, he's got the talent, and in tantalising form, and that was very blatant. Boyack will at least be reprimanded by the referee. In fact, I thought he was going to get a booking. I think it deserved the booking. 5 minutes to half-time, the free kick. Crucial time in any game at all. He's appealed for a penalty there. Agathe is in. Can't get it in. Wow. Celtic players are appealing that hands were used. Up it went. And this is a crucial point here. Down it goes. And there is where everybody, you can see them rising in the stands there, seeing the contact with the hand, whether accidental or not. The referee, I think, was blinded there. Lennon. Well, they get the free kick for that, although the Hearts players were complaining that Larsson was leaning back away. Now, given the quality of Celtic with free kicks in this position, this is virtually a penalty kick for them, because Moravcik and Larsson are deadly in this area. Niemi trying to organise the defence. Sutton is right in the middle. Larsson taking it, and there it is! Right on the stroke of half-time, he does it again. I think they may have thought he was going to chip for the far corner. A little gap appearing, and he accepted that willingly, right through that gap. Celtic 1 up, and coming at a vital time for them, just before half-time. There goes a half-time whistle walk. Only one goal in it, inevitably, from Henrik Larsson. Now, the Hearts players were protesting that Larsson was backing in. The referee saying that he was being fooled. The net result, a free kick. And as I said, sometimes from these positions, players of his calibre can make it seem like a penalty kick. And so he did, cleanly and clinically. But just to remind you that Hearts have not been completely out of it, by no means. We had that wonderful effort by Stephen Simmons. Superb save, followed up by the neatest glance with a head. A reminder to Celtic that even at half-time, 1 up, the game is far from over. Well, given what can happen to teams here at Celtic Park, Hearts had a probably decent first half of it, had 2 great efforts as well, and then find themselves 1 down in the stroke of half-time, which rather suggests they may feel that the visit here as difficult to pick up anything as old Mother Hubbard with a cover, because they've only won 3 times in the league at Parkhead since 1969. Didn't see so much of Agathe in the first 45 minutes, although maybe not surprising. The man did so much running in Amsterdam. A bit of running now coming from him. Look at the pace. Colin Cameron going back with him, and that was almost an own goal. And that's the first time in the game, as I said, that we've really seen Agathe penetrating with that explosive bust on the outside that he can make so devastatingly. Tantalising, curving ball just a little bit too far. Played away from out towards Moravcik there, when certainly Larsson hovering in that dangerous position again. Hartson did well to the outside, no cover though, and Petta, well, given what he did to them in the first half, well, he's being charitable, I think. He quite simply looked downfield as he was making that run. Moravcik. Good play by Celtic in midfield again. Wanted Agathe to make the run. Oh, Larsson did very well. Look at him shielding the ball again. Oh, I think that looked as if it had gone over the line. And again, that's the physical side of his game, the tenacity of it. Looked initially as if he might lose the ball here, and look, little rat-a-tat like a pinball machine there, and eventually ending up with Niemi. Lambert. Oh, it's catching. Oh, Bobby Petta has set the tone. Agathe tries a little chip this time. Now, that wasn't far away. I think he slightly mishit it, but it wasn't far off the target. There's abused by ropes. This is where I think he didn't hit the ball properly, and yet it dipped suddenly. Petta trying to get at to Larsson, to Hartson. Well, another pulling of the jersey. This could be fatal for Hearts. Right in the middle this time. And guess who's being nominated to take it? Really can't afford to give away stupid free kicks in that area. Well, Larsson is there, but Moravcik, I may say, is hovering around. Little wood in the ear of Moravcik. We have Lambert there as well. Oh, it's a tremendous shot. Goalkeeper right in the way. Niemi took up very good position. That was all about positional sense. Oh, just beyond Hartson. Well, I don't think he could have been any nearer the ball without actually scoring. Glorious ball again by Perez. This is where Hearts retreat and allows Celtic to play it around like this. Bringing in Tebily. Hartson. Oh, that's a great goal! Larsson! That really is a superb finish. It was out of nothing. Well, classically, he is the kind of player that can shield the ball so well, get round the player. There's the arm in there as well. A lot of wrestling going on, but no tackling. And if you can't tackle, you end up with Larsson putting the ball in the back of the net, his second of the day. And I think this is the beginning of an impressive total for the rest of the season. I can't see Hearts coming back from that. Severin. Mahe looking determined. McCann. Oh, touched far too quickly. Simmons should have taken that himself. Lovely little dummy now. Played forward. The goalkeeper has committed himself and done very well indeed. As Larsson goes down and goes down heavily. And a hush descends on the stadium as Larsson goes down heavily. Just watch this again, going in for it. The goalkeeper had to commit himself, as had Larsson. Larsson gets to his feet. It's a loud applause, but he has to go off. But that was a little push. And indeed, there goes the full-time whistle, and a comfortable enough victory for Celtic. Took them a long time to get that opening goal, and inevitably coming from the quick eye and the quick feet of Henrik Larsson. Into the second half, and as I pointed out, Henrik Larsson is a very physical player. He can hold his own against tough centre-halves, shield the ball well, and if you don't tackle at the right time, he'll make you suffer, as he did. So 2-0 for Celtic, and I can honestly reveal that our guest in the studio today, Andy, did predict a 2-0 victory for Celtic with me before the game, although how much money he put on that, I'm sure he'll keep to himself. Final score, Celtic 2, Hearts 0.
I'm very happy, yeah, especially after midweek. You know, pressure on here to come and win the game, which we did. I thought we won it effectively. Important that we get the first goal, you know, and important that we show a little bit of patience. But by the same time, it's almost an Irish one. By the same time, making sure that the tempo was absolutely right, and when we got the goal before half time, it just settled us all, and I thought the second half belonged to us.
Big, you clearly had a game plan for this match today, and it worked to a point.
Yeah, to a minute before half time. I make no apologies for playing the way we did, especially in the first half. Our idea was to come here and frustrate Celtic. And as I say, I don't apologise for that. I think it was the right way to approach the game.
You shuffled your pack today beforehand. Were any of those changes enforced?
Well, Jos Fulgarin, yes. He was injured, and so there was an opportunity there for John Hartson to start a game, and for Chris Sutton to play at centre back, which he can play effectively. So he's a terrific all-round player, and that was all. That was because of that enforced change of Jos Fulgarin.
Giving the goal away at a vital time like that was certainly a sore one. You know, that lifted Celtic and the crowd, and obviously when they came out in the second half, they were on a high, and you know, it was difficult for us after that.
We saw you dropping back against Kilmarnock last week. You started the match and finished the match there this afternoon. How comfortable are you in that position?
Well, I haven't played there regularly since I was at Norwich, but I played a few games for Blackburn there, and at times at Chelsea I played there, for the odd half and what have you. But no, I feel okay. I mean, it's just getting back into the swing of things back there. But no, you know, I'm more than pleased to drop back there, and it's good to play in a Celtic shirt in a team who've done well at the moment.